They called it a war. The Anglo-Zanzibar War of 1896. Sounds pretty epic, right? Right? Apparently not, because the entire war only lasted 38 minutes. Let's go back a bit to the island of Zanzibar. Zanzibar was under the control of the British Empire. Its previous sultan died. Mysteriously, the new sultan, his nephew, Khalid bin Barghash, decided to take power. Some even say he was the one who poisoned his uncle so he could take that power. And that's our main character, Khalid bin Barghash. Nephew of the last sultan, but not the one British wanted in charge. Did that stop him? Nope. He just waltzed into the palace, sat on the throne, and said, "Congrats to me. I'm the sultan now." The audacity of this guy. A whole empire versus one guy who basically declared himself sultan, like Michael from The Office declaring bankruptcy.
I declare bankruptcy!
This is a story of the shortest war in history and a wannabe sultan who thought he could get away with it. Where did this fake confidence come from? Well, first of all, he was the nephew of the previous sultan. He wanted the power. There was no one there to stop him. And he decided to strike a deal with Germany, which Britain did not like at all. They wanted someone in power that was loyal to them. So you know what they did? They rolled in deep with 3 warships, 2 gunboats, and around 900 Marines. Now, if I was in that position and I see an entire army on the shores of my island, I'd be like, "I'm sorry, sir. Please, I don't want to die. You can have it back. I don't want to be sultan anymore." Khalid? Nah, this guy thought they were bluffing. So you know what he did? He goes to the palace, gathers 2,800 men with rusty rifles, and locks the gates, thinking that he has a chance against the British Empire and the Royal Navy. Britain sends him a letter. By 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, you have to leave the throne, and we choose the next sultan. Khalid's like, "Nah, I'm good."
They will not dare. They are merely playing games.
The next morning, Britain waits until 9:02 a.m. Look at that. They even gave my guy a 2-minute grace period because they're like, there's no way anybody would be dumb enough to take on the British Empire. But apparently there was. So the Royal Navy opened fires. Now, 2,800 men, a couple of rusty rifles in a palace? My man, I don't know where he got this false confidence from, but he thought he stood a chance. Khalid's palace decimated. His cannons missed. His navy sank, and his men scattered like it was a half day off at the bazaar. By 9:40 a.m., the wannabe sultan had slipped out of the back of his burning palace and ran to the German consulate, hoping nobody would notice. Sorry, my guy. We all noticed. This has got to be the world record for the shortest war and the shortest reign for any sultan. The final score, 500 casualties from the Zanzibar army. And Britain? 1 slightly injured sailor, who probably stubbed his toe tripping over a rope. Imagine starting a war and your enemy's only casualty is a clumsy guy named Steve. In 38 minutes, Khalid lost a palace, 500 men, and all credibility as sultan, while the empire just basically got a warm-up exercise. The shortest war in history wasn't even a war. It was a really loud eviction notice. So at the end of this war, when Britain was rallying all the men from Zanzibar, where was Khalid, they wondered, and they found him hiding under the desk at the German consulate. He went from the Sultan of Zanzibar to a desk gremlin in under an hour. That's not leadership, that's wasted glory. Khalid then spent the rest of his life in exile, mainly remembered as the guy who thought he could outlast the British Empire with a palace and a prayer. In reality, his reign only lasted the same length as my bathroom break. So there you have it. The shortest, most pointless war in history. A whole empire flexed. A palace got demolished, and one guy stubbed his toe. Feel better, Steve? If you like watching history's most epic fails, subscribe. Because trust me, there's a lot of L's throughout history.